Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today. Starting with the Minnesota Twins versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Minnesota plus 140 with the over-under at 10. Minnesota coming into this matchup 40-41. The Braves 52-27. Pitching for the Twins is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 6.86. Pitching for the Braves is Kobe Allard with an ERA of 0. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 5 innings. Gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Looks like Allard's making his first start for the Braves today. Braves beating Minnesota 6-2 yesterday. They've won the last 2 games against Minnesota, 9-1 in their last 10. Minnesota just 2-5 on the road against the Braves here. And yeah, Maeda hasn't really been that great on the mound. He's coming off a 0-run game, but he gave up 10 runs in the game prior. And see what happens with Allard, but I still think I'm going to take the Braves at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 250. Washington plus 205 with the over-under at 8.5. Washington coming into this matchup 31-48. Seattle 38-40. Pitching for Washington is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 5.32. Pitching for Seattle is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 4.07. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Washington beating Seattle yesterday 7-4. A nice underdog win. Yeah, Seattle's just a team I don't really trust being heavy favorites. Just not in love with that here. Washington is 7-3 on the road against Seattle. And Corbin hasn't been the best on the mound, but neither has Gilbert. Yeah, I think I'll take Washington plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 170. Cincinnati plus 140 with the over-under at 9.5. Reds coming into this matchup 42-38. Baltimore 48-30. Pitching for the Reds is Luke Weaver with an ERA of 6.86. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 4.30. Weaver, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Reds beating Baltimore yesterday 3-1. A nice underdog win for the Reds. The Reds 9-1 on the road. They're playing very well. It's an even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up like 5 runs in their last few here. And pivoted off of the Reds yesterday. And of course, they get the win. And I think I'll pivot back. I'll take Reds plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Padres opening up as road favorites at minus 165. The Pirates plus 140 with the over-under at 8. Padres coming into this matchup 37-42. The Pirates 36-42. Pitching for the Padres is Blake Snell with an ERA of 3.22. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.45. Snell, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 11 strikeouts. Keller, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Padres losing to the Pirates yesterday 9-4. Tough loss for the Padres. The Pirates, just 2-8 in their last 10. Haven't really built up back-to-back wins in a while. Snell coming off really good starts on the mound, back-to-back 0-run games here. And I think the Padres bounce back today, and I'm going to roll with San Diego on the road. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -120. The Giants +100 with the over-under at 8.5. Giants coming into this matchup 45-34. Toronto 43-37. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.42. Pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 4.32. Webb, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Bassett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Giants beating Toronto yesterday 3-0. Nice underdog win for the Giants yesterday. They're 10-0 on the road. I mean, they're playing amazing on the road here. A pretty even pitching matchup. And yeah, I'm going to take Giants +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Boston Red Sox. Miami opening up as road favorites at -120. Boston +110 with the over-under at 9.5. Miami coming into this matchup 46-34. Boston 40-40. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 3.64. Pitching for the Red Sox is Caleb Ort with an ERA of 5.79. His last start, he pitched. I mean, he's barely pitching like an inning. His last 2 games, he's barely pitched an inning. Hasn't given up a run in his last 2 starts, though. He's only given up 2 runs in his last 5 starts here, so he's not pitching that long. No more than about an inning or 2 here. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 7 innings. Gave up 1 run, had 13 strikeouts. Miami on a 3-game winning streak, beating Boston 10-1 yesterday. That was a big win for Miami. And, Miami playing well, but they are just 1-10 on the road against Boston. 2-9 straight up against Boston, so they really struggled head-to-head. Garrett coming off good starts on the mound, or it's been good in his limited run. It'll definitely be a bullpen game here. I still think there's good value with Boston at home. Got beat bad yesterday. I think they can bounce back today. And I'll take Boston +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at -140. The Brewers +120 with the over-under at 8.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 41-38. The Mets 36-43. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 2.91. Pitching for the Mets is Kodai Senga with an ERA of 3.52. Miley, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Senga, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Brewers, coming off a Mets loss yesterday, 7-2. The Mets, they've just been struggling to get back-to-back wins. Haven't got back-to-back wins in a while here. And I still just don't trust the Mets here. Miley coming off back-to-back 0-run games. And I'm going to take Brewers +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -125. Houston +105 with the over-under at 9. Houston coming into this matchup 42-37. Cardinals 33-45. Pitching for the Astros is Christian Javier with an ERA of 3.25. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 4.23. Javier, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Astros losing to the Cardinals yesterday 4-2. It was a nice win for the Cardinals here. Houston, they've struggled against St. Louis, 6-14 straight up against the Cardinals here. a pretty even pitching matchup. Javier's definitely been the better of the two pitchers here, and I think I'll take the Astros plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Tigers versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Detroit plus 170 with the over-under at 9.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 34-44. The Rangers 48-31. Pitching for Detroit is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 6.72. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 2.76. Wentz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Dunning, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Detroit losing to the Rangers yesterday, 8-3. Nice win for the Rangers after losing the game prior. Dunning been pretty solid on the mound for the Rangers here. Wentz has been giving up a lot of runs. He's 1-8 on the mound. And Dane Dunning 6-1 on the mound, been very good for them. I'm gonna take the Rangers at home. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Chicago Cubs. Phillies opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Cubs plus 100 with the over/under at 8.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 41-37. The Cubs 37-40. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 4.38. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 3.59. Nola, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Smyly, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Phillies, coming off a Cubs win yesterday, winning 5-1. Nice win for the Phillies. Cubs on a 2-game losing streak here. Phillies 7-0 on the road right now. They're playing well. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers coming off a 0-run game. One of their better starts of the season. And definitely a tough matchup. I mean, you could really go either way here. I think I'm going to lean with the Phillies on the road. Like what I saw yesterday. I'm going to take Phillies in this one. Next matchup, we got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Kansas City Royals. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at minus 130. Kansas City plus 115 with the over-under at 9.5. Pitching for the Guardians is Logan Allen with an ERA of 3.68. Pitching for the Royals is Austin Cox with an ERA of 0. Allen, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Looks like Cox is making his first start of the season for the Royals here. Cleveland winning 2-1 yesterday in a tight one. And Royals 1-6 at home. Don't really play that well at home. Logan Allen's been coming off one of his better starts of the season, giving up 0 runs here. And I think I'm going to roll with the Guardians on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Colorado Rockies. And I'm looking at this game. I'm not seeing a lot of information on this game right now. Let me check again on some other sites. I don't see any lines on this game at all right now. The only thing I see for this game is that pitching for the Rockies is Kyle Freeland with an ERA of 4.54. That is the only info I can find on this matchup right now. And Dodgers winning yesterday 5-0. Rockies just 2-8 in their last 10. Dodgers 4-1 on the road against the Rockies, where they've been very good here. We'll see what the line. I mean, Dodgers will definitely be favored, I'm pretty sure. We'll see who ends up pitching for the Dodgers here once the lines come out, whenever that does happen. And I still think I'll take the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at minus 120. White Sox plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 34-47. The Angels 44-37. Pitching for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 3.41. Pitching for the Angels is Jamie Barria with an ERA of 2.14. Giolito, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Barria, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. The White Sox on a 2-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Angels. Angels playing well in this series right now. White Sox 1-6 on the road against the Angels. Pretty even pitching matchup. Barria's been the better of the two here, and yeah, I think I'm gonna lean with the Angels at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Oakland Athletics. Yankees opening up as road favorites at -150. Oakland +130 with the over/under at 8. Yankees coming into this matchup 43-36. Oakland 21-60. Pitching for the Yankees is Domingo Yerman with an ERA of 5.10. Pitching for Oakland is JP Sears with an ERA of 4.10. Yerman, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Sears, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Yankees losing to Oakland yesterday 2-1. A bad loss for the Yankees here. And I'll take my chances with the Yankees again. Oakland really has struggled to win back-to-back games here. Yerman coming off 2 bad starts on the mound, but I think he can get it going against this Oakland A's team. And I'm going to take the Yankees on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Tampa opening up as road favorites at -150. Arizona +135 with the over/under at 9. Rays coming into this matchup 54-28. Arizona 48-32. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.35. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 7.82. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Davies, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Tampa Bay losing to Arizona 8-4 yesterday. A nice win for the Diamondbacks here. Eflin been very good on the mound. Davies has been bad for Arizona. He's given up 18 runs in his last 3 starts here. Yeah, it's been brutal for him. And I think I'm going to take the Rays on the road. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.